Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, I'm at a blustery Cap Tourmente, which is a beautiful park here near Saint-Joachim, Quebec. And I've got exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes basically to fit in this activation because the park closes at 5 o'clock. It's 10 till 5 roughly. And I almost got ahead of myself. I almost started this activation without starting the video. So I made one attempt at getting a line in a tree and it didn't go where I wanted it to, and I realized I didn't take my camera out or anything. So yeah, let's try to get a line in a tree here. I don't really need to be very ambitious with this, to be honest. Let's see. First of all, I noticed that there's a little knot here that formed. I need to pull out, because I don't want that to get stuck in the tree. You really want your line to be about as untangled as possible. That just kind of, there we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'll go for that branch right there. I just don't want it to hit my car. I don't have a lot of space here, so we're gonna give this a go. Here we go. And that is actually perfect for what the antenna I'm planning to put up, which is a little end-fed. So let's get this going. I think I'm going to use my little table. Even though I'm pressed for time, I'm going to use my little table this time, which just makes it even that much more comfortable to do the activation. I could set up in my car, but I'm just kind of a portable operator, so I don't do that. We've got all kinds of things in the back of the car right now while we're traveling. It's a beautiful day. We're going to have hot weather. Well, for this area. Back home in North Carolina, they're having really hot weather. I think even at our house, we're expecting it to be like 93 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot. I think here, it'll probably be in the low 80s or something, but they're having a bit of a heat wave much further south. So not a big deal for us here, but you're feeling it back home. And I know some of you probably come from parts of the world where you're like, 80 degrees is nothing. I'll just sit up right here. Move this over here. There we go. Let's try to get the antenna out. Did I put it? I think I put it in here. Did I put it in here? Ah, there's my key I'm going to use. Put that on the table. Here we go. This is the Tourente end-fed random wire. I thought I'd put it up today just to try it. I don't know what conditions are like outside, no idea. But this is a multi-band antenna. It's always served me really well, so it is convenient having the car right here. Let's see. Okay, this is the, need to get my glasses out. I think this is the counterpoise. No, this is the radiator. This is the radiator, so let me grab the other end of the line here. This is super convenient to have my car here so close by. Put it in, thread that through. Sometimes my muscle memory for my knots is a little weird when I'm not using my big throw line and everything. So undo this real quick. I don't know if I can just drop it and do it. I don't think so. Unwind a bit of it. Throw it down here. That way when I pull it up, go really quickly. Yeah. Do not be surprised if somebody comes up and asks what I'm doing here. There we go. And voila. So I'll leave that alone. Now, this is all really close by, so let's pull this. And of course, I have it on my sorry, you couldn't see that, But it wrapped around the bottom of my tripod. Here we go. That's what we want right there. And I think what I'll do is just tie off the end of the line here, about like right here, and use the weight to hold it down. It is windy, so this is going to move around a bit, but there we go. Now, let's get the radio out. Now we'll have to set up the audio, and that's going to take me a moment. I'll have to turn off the camera to do that. Let's get the radio out. I'm in a bit of a hurry here, but not a crazy one. Let's see. Oh, I've got my other stuff in the car here. Let's grab my trusty line. This is way longer than I need it to be for this, of course, but what I'll do is kind of throw it out here. Keep this side close to the radio. Throw it out like that. Go ahead and connect it. There we go. And then connect this. The antenna. Now I can pull off my counterpoise. And then today I just hope that the bands cooperate with me. What I did was put the counterpoise right there along where my car is. Grabbing a few more things out of here I need. And this. Put that in the key section. Put that here. I need to get my... This is for my recorder. Oh, did I bring... I'm not so sure. I may have left my headphones at the house, which means I'm probably not going to record it because I can't hear if I do. Can't remember if I have an extra set in here. I know what I did. I pulled them out and forgot to stick them back in. Yeah, I don't have them in my spares. Okay, so we're going to be doing this without record. So you're going to hear wind noise. I'm sorry, there's not a lot I can do about that. But what is. It'll save me time setting it up. Okay, here we go. Now, let's set up my chair and then we'll be in good shape. But I apologize for the wind noise. There's nothing I can really do about that. I could use I didn't bring my microphones. I've been having problems with them. And they really help with wind noise. And in Final Cut Pro that I use for my video editing, it has a really good way of mitigating wind noise. But when I mitigate the wind noise, it also changes the way that the CW sounds, and that's not good. So I've just got to get used to. The problem with my trip here is I'm mixing and matching some of my kits, and when I do that, it's causing problems because it's causing problems because I'm forgetting some things when I'm at the house before I leave. I should just bring everything with me in the car. but we have to leave the back of the car open for other stuff as we go around through our day. So anyway, the main thing is I get an activation in. The video is almost secondary to that, but I like sharing these experiences as much as I can. If it's unlistenable, it's just unlistenable. I hope it isn't. We'll do our best here. I did announce myself on the POTA website, so hopefully that means I'll get spotted. I wasn't expecting it to be so gusty out here today. That's kind of a surprise. This all picked up only like maybe 30 minutes ago. The winds moved in. Okay, let's get cozy and let's get this show on the road. No. $1.1 to 1. I will accept that. Cap Tourmente, which is CA-0012. Let's see if you can see everything. I need to move you a little closer in, don't I? Here we go. And today is the 22nd of June, 2025. KX2 in-fed random wire. There we go. Yeah, I heard something there, so I can't remember what memory I put that under. Is it 2? I think so. And so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I wonder what that was. That was a little weird. Good to get you. You can hear that. You hear the noise from the train, not just ooh, you came up. Okay, wait, is that DT? Sorry, I wanted you to see the train. Okay, yeah, so I haven't been able to, that was quick. I'm sure I've got my 10 now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. Yeah, so that was the Charlevoix train that came through here. When I heard it, I was like, oh, I've got to capture that. I've never seen that actually come through here while I've been in the park, but the tracks are right there. They go straight through the park, so that was kind of cool. I like that. But I've got 11, so at least in terms of getting the activation in the books, I've done that. I am so sorry again about the wind. I am sure that this video's got a lot of wind noise. So, like I said, I've got a feature on Final Cut Pro where I can cut out the wind noise, and it does a pretty effective job. But it makes the CW sound kind of weird. I may use it anyway, but it softens the CW. You don't hear the attack of the code, which you want to hear. It kind of softens it, and I don't like that too much. But hey, I love this little table. I've mentioned this like in the last few times I've used it. It is such a convenience to have this. It just gives me a little bit more flexibility. Okay, I'm gonna move up to 17 meters. Real quick, I don't know that I'll get anything on 17 this time of day, but let's just try it anyway. There's some noise there. Let's try 4. Let me take a photo here real quick. If I don't get anybody here, what I may do is hop out there and hunt a little bit. Okay, so it hasn't re-spotted me yet. It's kind of funny how it's doing this, but I think it's because I'm not using my main call sign. It doesn't always put it in here the same way. See if it takes my respot here. Yes. No? Okay, let's see. Will it be in here somewhere? There are a few people I can try to work. No, it didn't take it. It's something weird about this. I don't understand. 18064. Maybe it works in West Coast people if propagation's there. Did it still not take it? Ah! Let's see. It still didn't take it. 18084. And we put CW in the comments. Sometimes that makes a difference for some reason. Let's try it again. Yes, it took it that time. Now the trick is, will the RBN pick me up, and then I can see what my numbers are? Well, now it doesn't have me in here at all. This is so weird. Let me try 17 meters and see if it shows me in here. Okay, it is showing me in here. That's good. Nobody else on 17 though, which is a sign that 17 may not be working very well. Just let my friends know where I am, but they won't be able to. My friends are in Ohio. Now mosquitoes are starting to come around me. I'd like to get somebody on 17. Anybody there? Okay, okay, Perry. If you heard the end of that, but I got him in the logs here. Okay, let's move back down. Sorry, I'm trying to kill mosquitoes as I'm talking here. They're getting a little adventurous right now. I was trying to avoid putting on mosquito stuff, thinking that the winds would be enough here to protect me a bit. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, let's go around and see if I can find somebody. Okay, let me pull up my spots for 20 meters. I don't know that that's a, I don't think that's a POTA person. Let's see. I want to try to get Jim here, actually. He's on 34.5. Good to get you, Jim. Listen to his pile up. Jim is an awesome guy and a really good activator. 45. Let's see if I can pick up this person in Tennessee. Wait a minute. Is this somebody I've already worked? No. Oh, that was fun. Okay, let's see. Idaho 14 127. Wow, up in the 127. Okay, rate. Whoops, that's not what I'm. Okay, frequency 14 127. Enter. Oh, I don't know if I can get them. Let's try 64.5. This is a little too, I think they're a little too weak, and I'm in a bit of a hurry here. So let's see, 14064.5. 14064. Let's just go ahead and do this. And then I can move it up to 0.5. Can I hear them? Nope, that's in Minnesota. I thought maybe I'd hear them in Minnesota. 52.5. It's really, really quiet. They cannot hear me. Let's see. Okay, 044. Let's see, this is W2PE. Nothing? Okay, I was thinking that I would be able to hear them. Let's see. Wait. Oh, okay. No, okay. Okay, where else? I'm looking all around here. Okay, 43.5 maybe. KQ4DUX. Da 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 da. They're not hearing me. Come on. See, something you have to keep in mind on the other end, even though I can hear them well. So one of the things you have to keep in mind whenever you're trying to reach somebody on the other end and they can't hear you, that's not all that weird, because they could be, you don't know what their antenna situation's like, you don't know what their QRM is like on the other end. So they may come in really strong here because they're running, say, 100 watts into a wire antenna or a vertical or something, or 50 watts or 20 watts, and I'm here with 5 watts, and on their end, if they have a little bit of, like, if their noise floor is high where they are, they may not be able to hear me, even though they're pretty loud on this end. So really, just because they're at a park doesn't mean they have great conditions. Okay, see if someone in Idaho's there. And 7JO is in Idaho. Whew. That is pretty sketch there. That's a very, 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 very low signal if that's them. I think I've tried. Okay, I think I got everybody I'm gonna get. I need to pack up, so I'm not like rushing out of here at the last moment. You take a couple of photos, take a look at this. This is a nice setup, actually. It's just really comfortable. I like using my knee board. My knee board is great especially when I don't have the room. I don't have the room to set up. It's great, and I don't want to carry this around with me. It's wonderful having a knee board. But I must say, this little table just makes it more comfortable, because when I'm sitting in this chair and I've got a knee board, I really can't move a whole lot. I kind of keep it the way it is. And that can be a little less comfortable if I'm sitting down for like an hour or something, like what I'm doing right now. Not a big deal. Okay, let's put the radio up first. Here we go. Sorry. Oh, I hope the wind wasn't too bad for you. I'll do as much magic as I can in post, but probably not much. Probably not much I can do with this. There we go. You know what? Tempting to keep this. Nope, I'll keep it in my pack. I'll keep it in my pack because that is where, since I'm kind of living out of this one, actually 2 packs the whole time I'm here, that's what I'll stick with as I'm doing these things. Okay. I'll try to fit all this in the way I do it. Get this up quickly. Nobody will be the wiser that I was out here activating. Not that they care. I'm not actually being stealth. I'm literally setting up right next to the road, and one of the Parks Canada people just went by and looked at me, and they didn't think anything about it. I'm not here in the middle of their park. This is a natural wildlife area, or refuge, and this is not the sort of place you want to go in with a really invasive antenna at all. You know, it's actually really hot in the sun. It felt like it. Being out here in this wind, though, it's chilly. I was thinking coming out in short sleeves would be really wise, but I should have just put on, I have a long sleeve shirt in the car as well. I should have probably just put that on. It's pretty chilly. Take this and fold it in like this. I don't usually put this Nemo table in my backpack. I can, but it uses a lot of space. And that's why I keep my knee board in here, is because the knee board works really, really well when I just want a table and I'm carrying only my backpack, because this backpack will carry everything. I did find out one thing today, and that is I had planned to try to activate Cap Tourmente, the summit, and it's looking like that summit is closed at the moment. At least the path to it is closed due to some, I think, storm damage or something. And so I don't think I'm going to be able to go up to that. I think they've closed off those trails that I would usually use to get up there. It's a long hike, and it's not an easy hike. It's a very strenuous hike. And I've done part of it before, but we never made it quite up to the summit because I wasn't doing summits on the air then. This has been several years ago. Okay, let's put up the table. It actually smells really wonderful out here. It smells like, you know, it's got that kind of saline smell, because the river out here, and this is St. Lawrence, is kind of brackish at this part. There we go. Put it in here. There's my table. There's my sunglasses I need to put on. Put my reading glasses up so I don't destroy those doing this. Okay, let's see. So what I'll do first is take down the antenna. You always take down the antenna first, and the reason why, I'll explain this real quick. The reason why you want to do it is because if I pull the line off, which this isn't a good example because the end of the antenna is not down here where I could pull it off, but a lot of times when you deploy an antenna, the bottom of the antenna may actually be where you can easily grab it and just take the line off of it, and then just, you know, put up your throw line, then pull the antenna out of the tree. But if you put up your throw line first, you have no way of like reverse pulling in case the end of the antenna were to stick up in there, right? So the last thing you want to do, the throw line's not going to get stuck in the tree, but it's possible that the end of the antenna, if it has like an S-hook or something like that, it could get stuck up in there. But it's not a worry with this antenna. This antenna has nothing like that on there. Let's just take this off. This out of the way, and of course what few wires I have here I'm getting tangled up with each other because they're sort of close together. Okay, here we go. This isn't super long. I think it's like 31 feet, so it's not a very long wire antenna to have to put up. Yeah, I could probably stay on another 10 minutes. I'd be pushing it. I could stay on another 10 minutes, but I don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to be the guy from North Carolina that they're like, oh, there goes the North Carolina guy again, the one that like gets out at the very last moment from the park. So, thank you, hunters, for making this activation so possible so quickly. I really appreciate that. It wasn't a struggle whatsoever, and I really liked that. I was impressed with how well 20 was doing, actually. It almost seemed like the good old days. Almost did. Whoops. Oh, I know what that's doing. It's sticking over here. Around the side of the car because I put it around the side of the car. Antenna wire wants to catch on everything it possibly can. And now it's trying to catch on, there we go, on the tripod. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay, let's get our bungee cord. Hold this down. Most of the people who come out here are doing bird watching. This is a wonderful spot for that. I probably mentioned in a previous video. Now that my activation's ending, the wind's calming down. This goes in here. I kind of have a place for everything in my pack, even though when I'm traveling I have to alter that a little bit. Okay, now let's pick up the throw line. This shouldn't take long. There we go. I do have a heavier weight, and I'm probably going to use that next time I come down this way, just so I can, if I need to launch the line a little further up in the tree, having a heavier weight just ensures that your line makes it back down and doesn't get stuck in the tree. An 8-ounce weight's just enough for like low-hanging tree branches and things where you're not going to have a problem. But once you start putting up longer antennas, you know, you really need a little bit heavier weight than 8 ounces, and 2 ounces will make a huge difference. Now, I don't know what that is in metric, to be honest. This is just the 8-ounce weight by Weaver. But I'd say 10 ounces is kind of the sweet spot. 12 ounces is good, but I don't like using it with this really thin 2mm line. I like to use it with the big poly line that I have. And the reason why is because it'll sort of sometimes give you a little bit of rope burn when you have a heavier weight and you're deploying if you're not careful. There we go. There's my throw line, which I actually use to kind of pad stuff in my bag. Okay. This is actually something, it wouldn't have worked today at all, but this is my, what's it called? Thermocell. Yes, thermocell. And it goes on top of these little canisters, these like jet power or whatever, these little hiking fuel canisters. And actually, you can probably see I have 2 more back here in the car because we use these when we're camping and doing stuff anyway. But I like using this. It wouldn't have worked today at all, and the reason why is because it's too windy. This is great for a day when it's kind of calm outside and the mosquitoes are buzzing around you everywhere. These are just awesome. They work probably better than anything else I know to keep the mosquitoes out of your way. Okay, here we go. That all fits in there. Actually, I say that, and the mosquitoes coming to land on me here in the car. I'm probably gonna have a lot of mosquitoes in the car as I head home because I've had this open. They tend to gravitate toward these places where there's not a lot of wind. And so that's probably going to be the area. Let's see here. I'm going to take a picture to remind myself that I was operating right out of the back of the car. Let's see if I can take you over here and give you a little bit of a view of what this looks like. It's not easy to see from here, to be honest. It's really pretty, though. It's marshland, and over there, I'm going to put you up really high, and maybe you can tell. Well, as high as I can get you. This is the St. Lawrence over here. You can see the waters are all white capped right now. I know you can't tell that from the camera, but I'm going to put you up as high as I can so you can kind of look around. actually, I got to be leaving really soon. Still got like about 5 minutes. Well, they've got a little farm over here that's really nice. It's sort of a part of Cap Tourmente, and then out this way they've got the visitor center and the interpretive center. And then this mountain over here is actually Cap Tourmente, the mountain that I'd like to, the summit that I'd like to activate, but again, the path to it unfortunately is closed from what I understand, so it is what it is. Okay, I think it is time to head back to the house, get some dinner, and be ready for an activation on another day. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming along today. I really appreciate it. This was a last-minute decision for me to do this activation today. I had actually not planned to do it. Oh, by the way, I think I can see over here the island that I also want to activate soon. I've got to figure out how to do it. It's like not that far away, but it takes about an hour and a half to get to it, and then a 30-minute ferry ride. So it's just kind of, I have to go all the way around through Quebec City and all the way back up to a town to take the ferry to go across to it, and that's going to take a while. So it's going to take the bulk of a day when I do it, but I think I'll do it with my family and go out there and check it out. That'll be kind of fun. But I didn't realize how easily I could see that from right here, but it makes sense. Anyway, again, thank you so much for coming along for the ride today. And hopefully the CW and everything sounded okay. I may try to use a little bit of that wind, that algorithm to get rid of wind in my field video. We'll see. We'll see if that works. If not, it's just going to be a noisy activation. But this was a lot of fun for being a last-minute thing. I'd been out with my wife today. We went to a little farmer's market, did some things, and it was so pretty. And I said, oh, I just got to go out and do an activation. And she wanted to watch a movie with my daughters, and I said, I'm just going to go out and do this today. So I'm glad I did. This is super, super pleasant. Thank you again for coming along. Take care of one another out there. All we've got on this planet is each other. If you know someone who's getting into amateur radio, be their mentor, be their Elmer. They need that. That is exactly how our hobby works, is we help each other out. And that makes the biggest difference in the world, and you make a good friend as well. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being on this planet. Until next time, 7 twos.